what about the basic LLF reduction and that announcement to that some effect came in day before? What does that do, and what kind of further clarity would you require on that front for Concor?
Yes, so the existing LLF policy before this announcement was a 6% of the market value. And for the PSUs, it was for long duration. For the private players, it was just for 5 years. So not really a level playing field, so as to speak. Now, this has been met to 35 years and 1.5% only for new terminals. So I would stress on the word new terminals that are going to be bid out under PM Gati Shakti. So new terminals, you will have it at 1.5%. So again, the market value probably would be discovered by transparent competitive bidding. But what about Concor in this context? So they would now, I believe, would be classified as existing terminal operators. So in the press release itself, there is one line which specifically states that it is optional for these operators to actually go to the new regime. It's an option for them. So now, would Concor go to a new regime, or will they not go to a new regime? That is a separate thing, because if they want to go to a new regime from 6% to 1.5%, then they are inviting competitive bidding. Now, my point is, since these assets contribute to the terminal network and provides a lot of value to the company, they should not be risking it. And in such a case, they can stick with the old regime, in which case the LLF quantum really does not change for them at all. Mm-hmm. And hence, if you see in our report that our estimates have not been changed even by a single percentage point. So that is the reason we believe that as a rational level, it should be at the similar levels, the LLF. Now, what we required, of course, is a clarity on the LLF policy, because what was given out in the PIB release is some guidelines. What they have said is in the next 90 days since this approval, a detailed policy document will be formulated and implemented in particular. So, of course, I guess it may probably address the pending issues. So, probably there was earlier this thing that after the 6% LLF is being imposed, there was this 7% escalation. Now, what about the escalation? So, at least on the press release, I didn't find any mention of that. So there could be many more finer prints like that. So that needs to be coming out, because I think based on that, any relevant party would be able to put up a bid.
But actually, that's my question, right? What, isn't a reduction in an LF a precursor to a competitive bid coming in for Concor privatization? Or you reckon it can happen even if Concor, as you said, decides not to move to the new regime?
See, of course, the detailed policy needs to come up. I mean, and after that, the EOIs and all those things can take place. But from a perspective of Concor, I would say, it kind of sets the LLF cap at the existing ones. So they had guided for something like 380 crores, I believe, LLF for FY23. So it kinds of caps the LLF at FY23. So anything happens, it would be like a small incremental benefit from here. So you know that this is not going to go above that. Mm-hmm. So even for the possible bidder, they know that this is the cap. So what about the floor? That still needs to be worked out. But the cap, so you have more granularity and visibility than what it was, let's say, even 1 week before.